Evening all, welcome back to Factorio. So what we're doing today is we've just literally flown back to Nauvis with our buttload of Prometheum science, and we're starting to just finish off the production of what we have built so far. So you see lots of crazy, horrible, squelchy, bloody eggs are flying into the ship, and we're basically bunging them into a science pack. So that's working out quite nicely. We've got a hell of a lot of Prometheum science to use. We in fact have 19,000 units, which is great. So I think we're going to have more Prometheum science than we will need for a very long time. In fact, we have an issue, which is we need to do some spaceship management. We will get to Fulgora, I promise. Next episode, I promise. And don't switch off. This is going to be interesting because this thing is an absolute, like imagine like a flying skip. This is it. It's just terrible. So we're going to load this thing up and we're going to basically head back to, maybe we should do it now actually. Well, we'll let it finish its little trip. And then we're going to basically replace this thing. In fact, we actually have a platform. I did put a platform up for the new version of the Mark II. I think we're just going to use this. So let me show you what we're going to do. So I have this book. What do they call this? Blueprint book. If you want this, you have to join the Discord and insult me in an amusing way. But basically, this is the thing I'm using to capture all the sort of various ships we're using. So let's just start. So we started with this. This is what we called the screw ship. Not for that reason, you naughty-minded person. This is because it looked like a screw. Again, not that reason. And what this thing does is it's kind of really, really thin and narrow. I think we still have one somewhere. Let's just have a quick look. There we go. So this thing, it worked, but I didn't like it. It kind of made me smile. I think I saw it on Reddit and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try and make my own version of that. And I did, and they're fine. They're okay. They're good for sort of system, not Aquilo, but other things. But I don't like them, so we're going to not use that one. So if I come back here, blueprint book. So we have the screw ship, but we're not using it. We have our spick and span and spick. These are the two sorts of things we used. But these are the two we're probably going to focus on today. We have our Aquilo transporter, which is a big hexagon. And we have our non-Aquilo transporter, which is a small hexagon. And we're probably going to use this one. We have then, I think, oh yeah, that's obviously strangely beige. That's the chimney, so let's just put that up. Well, maybe there. I am upgrading the asteroid production as well. So again, post in the comments if you'd like this. Again, join the Discord. And what this effectively does is as we sort of get better at doing them. So I'll just show you, strangely beige has got quite a good asteroid system at the moment. But again, post in the comments because, like I say, you guys know this game probably better than I do. So please tell me. But so let me give you the sales pitch. Each resource is sectioned off into its own mini loop, and it's controlled via basically input here. So we have this thing, which doesn't work, it's that thing, detecting how many rocks are in there, and then this is the part of the external resource loop, which is a constant loop, so nothing jams. And what it does is it guarantees no more than 150 rocks per loop. We then have effectively the ability to process, and each resource is then ejected on one side or the other. So iron, sulfur, carbon, all that. Ice, calcite, etc. So it works. It really does work. And then when we have excess, so when we have just too much in there, so let's say over 100, this thing can then just say, well, we've got enough. Let's not do that. Look at that little science pack. Look at that. It made me laugh, that did. And what that means is then these things are... Oh, hang on. I've just remembered. Okay. Just making sure... I'm keeping my eye on Prometheum because we don't want too many biters on the platform. So this resource thing works quite well. So I think when it comes to picking our blueprint, I think we'll go with this one, I think, because this one kind of works. So let's just place that there. And then let's just have a quick look on Nauvis. Because we should just see... Oh, hang on. Switch pollution off. We should just see every single silo erupt into activity. And then we'll watch this thing be built. And it's quite honestly mostly legendary as well. But look at that. Gosh, that's satisfying. And I think this is going to be the challenge now, is that there might be some things we have to upgrade and change the blueprint again. So let's jump to here. So how does this work? Well, it's not as good a ship, I'll be honest, it's not, because it doesn't have a complete loop for the resource. It's only running turrets as well. because you don't really need much else. I think when it comes to our foundries, we probably don't have any legendary or epic foundry, so we'll just have to use what we have. But let's just let it build, and you'll see the process of building. Because the problem is this: if you don't have a lot of engines, I think the ships start to struggle. So let's just copy that, because that's actually what we're going to place there. So that means, yes, good. Now we don't need that one, and we don't need that one. It has a huge amount of cargo space, so actually we can even up this as well, but may not be much point because this thing decays. So it's probably best not to carry too much, just to do back and forth relatively often. The blueprints are pretty good, so again, if you do want these blueprints, come get them. But the only thing you have to do is manually insert fluoro blub 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 into the reactor. Everything else is pretty automated, to be honest. The resource center works. It's not failed yet. It did fail, and that's why it's had a redesign like 3 times. But so far, I would say this is pretty good. Because it's legendary, it works pretty quick, so you don't need a lot of them as well. The one area where this is weak is water, so we do have a bit of a runoff, so that if we do struggle with water, then it works. For Gleba, back to Nauvis, it should be fine. So let's keep our eye on that. In fact, I don't even need that because I could do it into there, but anyway, for now. But you see, kind of, it's a nice ship. It looks good. I quite like the aesthetics of it. And it's pretty self-contained. So we've been running these for a while. So here's one that's actually running at the moment. This one is just doing our supply run from Fulgora to here. And you can see it's pretty good. Lots of storage. I mean, just a huge amount of storage. And it's pretty good. Oh, hello. Interesting. Interesting. Why is that doing that? Let's just have a quick look. Now, this is a sneak peek of the Fulgora base. Yes. So we need to feed. See, I never thought of that. We need to feed that stuff into a rocket. Okay. Well, I think for now, I can't remember why we need it. So I'm just going to remove that one. I don't like doing that, but I think we probably have to. But anyway, let's come back to our build. So this thing is taking form. I mean, it's lovely, isn't it? When it just builds. Very satisfying. When everything basically is connected as well, everything is then produced. So let's just load some fluorocarbon. Oh, it should have... Ugh. What am I missing? I can't remember if I actually created this, so I'm just going to create it here. So we need... I usually carry 100. Oh no, we want them from... Where am I going? Here we go. We want those from Nauvis, and we want then these also from Nauvis. Boom. So that should then work. So there we go. It's almost done. So we just need to figure out what do we have on Nauvis in terms of foundries. I don't think we have any actually. Oh no, we do. 4. Okay, so let's just bung them onto a... I don't think it sends them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it will. So let's just load those, deliver those to Red Dwarf Mark II. Boom! Boom, boom, boom. Done. So then that should start producing ammos. This then I can bung in there. So let's just do that. And again, we should have a bit more. Right, so the reactor... Oh. Interesting. We should... Oh, okay, there we go. Right, we're on. We're good. We're online. So let's just check the power. Wonderful, wonderful. That's working quite nicely. So the foundries should arrive any minute, any second now. And then this thing is pretty much good to go. Let's just make that 2000. There we go. So that just starts producing. That should start producing ammos. There we go. That produces ammo at a godly rate, and then our guns start filling. So we'll just let that chonk for a bit, and then I think we can start to send that on its way. And then this thing, we can basically retire because it's kind of rubbish. And it just means we don't have the constant alerts of, oh, your tank's full, blah, blah. So it just removes that as a problem. What we are going to do is just copy that, and that becomes our Mark II. So let's just paste. Done and done, my friends. Done. So that's kind of what we're doing now. I mean, that was actually quite quick and simple, really. The next thing to do is this thing. This thing is just, oh, look how slow it is, and it's just like old tech. It even uses lasers still. I mean, it just makes me sad. But it's interesting to see how far I've come, I guess. It's a bit of a mess. The resource center works quite well here, though. I will say that. It's quite good. But look, nuclear reactor. Wow. Old tech, am I right? That's like when you see someone drive past in like a, I don't know, a rotary Mazda MX-5, if you know what that is. That is like, you know, old tech, and you're like, wow, is that still running? But it's just silly things, like there's no legendaries, no quality built into the ship at all. It's all stock, which again, no criticism or complaint, but it does need to be changed. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep this as a relic. So what we've got to do is kind of unburden it from its labor, because this thing goes to Nauvis, then to Fulgora, then to Aquilo to pick up all these things, and it does it so flipping slowly that I think we're going to use this design. So this is the larger hexagon. This is currently what's doing the science between Aquilo and Nauvis. It's very fast. It works really well. It has rockets, and it's pretty good. So I think we're just going to build this above Nauvis orbit now. And I think let's do that. This moment, let's do it. So if we go and build a new platform. Oops, did I? There we go. Yep, create. Did I just create two? No, one. Good. And we're just going to then basically drop in that other blueprint, and off we go. So into orbit. Let's just see where have we got to with our biters. Oh, right, now we have a problem. So we need to get these biters off the belt. So let's just do that. So have I got, yeah, stop delivering them. I don't want them anymore. Let's see, biters. Now what we obviously don't want is biters hatching. There we go. So let's just drop those back to the planet. Now the question is, where will it store them? Probably should have thought about that, but oh well. Let's just have a quick look, because I'm a bit nervous about where Nauvis will store that. So if you go logistics and do egg, you see there, it will show you where on the map all the eggs are. Currently there. Pretty good. So I think it's going to drop them in there, and I don't want a spider shooting it, because look at all these lovely things that we would lose. That would be very, very annoying. Not sure what to do about that. I mean, the eggs are going to probably just be moved to somewhere here. Well, do you know what? Let's roll the dice. We roll the dice. I've lost control of the eggs. I have no idea where they now are going to be, because we have ships to build. So let's now build our Aquilo transporter. And as you can see, it's a bit of a beast. So now, back on Nauvis, we're about to see yet again a rather large amount of activity from the bots. Ah, there you go. Look, I just saw them. They're taken there. Interesting. Well, let's just let's just see. I can see they're here somewhere. There they are. Look. Oh my gosh, that's a nightmare about to happen. Let's just bung a turret there. Bung one there. So bad at it. So there we go. So this now just delivers everything to our platform. I mean, you know, spaceship production in this game is just so much fun. Let's go. Where are we? So there we go. Now, obviously, this thing is not exactly optimized. It's a hexagon. It's a flying hexagon running through space. What more could you want? But I think it probably needs a bit of additional design, because, I mean, look, it's relatively weak in terms of fuel production in my book. But I built this in a bit of a hurry because I needed to replace Aquilo science, because everything was basically running low. See, again, the science is running low. Oh, my days. What is happening? What do we look again? Gleba science. So we do need to fix this. This is becoming a major problem, or rather this one. So let's just start Mark 2. So what we're looking, make sure all the turrets are full. Right, go, my buddy, go. Go and fill your hold. Oh, hang on. I pressed go and it didn't go. It's because of calcite. This is a bit of a weakness in the design, because this one needs ice. So let's just wait for some ice. Boom. Rebuild. Did that work? Don't know. Maybe. Let's just engineer this a bit. There we go. It's not ideal. I feel dirty having done that. But it worked. It started the process. It's not a huge amount of fuel. I think it's because... Yeah, it's because that one gets all the ice, I think. So it's basically going this way and then down. Yeah, it's not great. what we could do, let's just see if we can jerry rig something here. Do we have another inserter in there? Oh, we do, good. Because this is, again, I'm not proud of this. There we go. No, have I got the wrong one? Oh, my days. Right, let's just stop that there then. Is that running? Oh my gosh, water. Swear to God, this thing is going to drive me mad. So let's just do that, do that. So water's, oh my gosh, it's going to be such a pain in the bum, this, isn't it? Oh no, there we go. So it's running. Eventually it gets better, so let's just keep building. Let's see how this one's going. Takes a while, because it obviously builds the foundation first. Obviously these need to be connected as well. Then everything can be delivered in one very quick way. Oh, I'm tempted to kind of do that now, actually. So let's, do you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if we just help the game along a bit. So this one, let's do, is that one? Cargo. So it should deliver them there. Deliver cargo to that one. And then let's go here. And we can then actually just build them ourselves. So bear with me a second. This should then deliver somewhere here. No, it's building slowly. Let's just double check on our Mark II. That's got it to Gleba. Brilliant. So again, loads of space. Oh, come on, come on, come on. See, there's loads on the planet. I am tempted to sort of bring more on this ship. I think we are. I think we're going to go to 6,000. I think we have to, because to not do it would be foolish, because we have like the capacity. You might as well do it anyway. Let's see how this is going. So there we go. So let's just go 1 2 3 4. Oh, is it? Why is it not? Why can I not build that? There we go. And then basically that just means everything can be delivered super quick. Oh, it's because these weren't legendaries. There you go. That's why. So now you see everything. So everything, there we go. You see it helps speeds production. See, everything just suddenly got delivered really quickly. Much better. Yeah, I didn't realise. I thought they were legendaries. Might have to just do that, actually. I'm going to have to upgrade all of these, because I don't make any of the other ones anymore. Legendary only, my brother. Legendary only. There we go. So that, again, eventually that'll come. But you see, it's quicker. You see, everything kind of builds much quicker. Much better. Let's check in on our Gleba transport. Ugh, stuff is already rotting. Ugh, so annoying. It might take quite a while. Do you know what? Screw it. It is what it is. I can't do anything about it. It is what it is. We just need those other legendary things to be delivered. Come on, come on, come on. Where are we? Well, it'll take a while. And these things, they do take a while to sort of activate as well, because you've got to make things like rockets as well. But, I mean, I don't think we have a lot. I mean, we just got rid of all of our stuff that isn't legendary, and I think that's going to be a bit of a problem. I see now. This is interesting. Well, let's see. So, are we doing that one? I can't remember what this... Oh, right, this is the Red Dwarf one, right. So for now, we'll leave that building, because I think at this point, you know, Red Dwarf is just, like, failing. Oh, it's at Nauvis, finally. Maybe we pause this one. Copy that one. Oh, no, not that one. What did I just do? I thought I just deconstructed it. What a knobhead. Boom. So that now, yes. Okay, so that's good. That's ready. And it should mean it has... Yes, the Aquilo import station. I don't think we need that one. Well, let's just leave it running. Let's see what happens. I think that's going to work. So yes, this means our reactor should go online. There we go. So this is really good. Boop. This is automated. This is not like the other ones where you have to pre-charge them. Perfect. Look at that. Ooh, oh, wow, nice. Woo. Much activity just happened then. So now this should deliver absolutely everything else in one go. Hopefully. See, things like foundries. I don't know if we have normal foundries on Nauvis. We'll leave it running. Then we can then check back on it, and we can then figure out what we want to do with it. This thing, it's just painfully slow. So Gleba should have a lot of rockets, but I might have commandeered one or two. So let's just make sure we're giving them Yes, 1, 2. So that, I mean, again, 1, 2, what, 6? Come on, man. They should be filling quicker than that. How are we up to now? 6. Okay, so we're moving. Brilliant. So let's see how fast this thing is. It's pretty rapid. It's not strangely beige level of rapid, but it's enough to kind of make me think this is fine. This is a massive upgrade to this one here, which again we can now, once it gets to Nauvis, we'll retire this one, and then what we'll do is we just repurpose it. We'll put something else on top of it and repurpose it. But for now, this is good. I'm just going to watch this one. So it gets to Nauvis. Some of the science will be gone. I think it cools down the spoilage as well. So I think this works. I'm pretty happy with this one. Okay, so there we go. There's our science. If we go to Nauvis, are we researching at the moment? We are. Good. But how much have we got of this? So let's set that to 6,000. Okay, brilliant. I think that's worked. So I think all we've got to do now is just finish this thing off, and then we're pretty much good. This will then be our replacement for Red Dwarf. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. This has been an interesting look at the spaceships of Squad B. I think if you want any of these blueprints, they are currently domiciled in a lovely little blueprints book, which makes no sense whatsoever, but I'll put it in the description if you don't even want to join the Discord. I won't be offended that you didn't want to join the Discord. I would just take it as a personal attack on me, my family, and my lineage. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.